Ravings from the grave and salutations everyone, Dr. Redfield here, and now that the juice is loose and the ghost with the most brand new movie trailer has officially been released, I would like to share with you all some facts about Beetlejuice that'll rot your brains.
He isn't a ghost.
That is most definitely not who I'm talking about.
I know, but it's funnier this way.
Ripley? In 1988, on a budget of $13 million, Tim Burton unleashed one of the most unique tales of the afterlife and what a life of the dead might look like. Alec Baldwin, Gena Davis, Catherine O'Hara, and of course Batman.
You mean Michael Keaton?
I think I said that right. Batman and the rest of the cast and crew followed an eccentric creative director and what most people thought was going to be a move to bury their careers. But that didn't happen. People loved the dead, and people apparently loved a poltergeist for hire.
No one can perform a bioexorcist like Mr. Juice.
When those pesky livings need to go, there's no one better to call. Well, I'll eat anything you want me to eat. I'll swallow anything you want me to swallow. You want a dog? Oh. All right, we've got to start this list right now. Top 10 facts about Beetlejuice to rot your brains.
It's showtime.
Number 10. Beetlejuice was not the original title.
Like many of his movies, Tim Burton wanted the title of this flick to be named after one of the characters from the story, but those pesky movie executives, they didn't like that. For some reason, they didn't fully understand the tale that was being spun, nor did they fully believe in Michael Keaton. They originally wanted the title to be called Ghost House, but Mr. Burton did not find that palatable. He then jokingly suggested that they call it Scared Sheetless, which is quite punny. But do you want to know the worst part?
The movie execs liked it.
Yes, they did, and I'm pretty sure that made Mr. Burton want to expedite to his afterlife via the nearest window as soon as possible.
I really enjoyed Scared Sheetless as a title myself.
I'm gonna be honest, Ripley. Me too. Me too.
Number 9. A member of the Rat Pack was meant to be Mr. Juice.
Could you imagine any other actor playing Beetlejuice?
No.
I don't think any of us could, but Mr. Keaton was not the original choice for this film. The director first had eyes on Rat Pack alumni Sammy Davis Jr. for the role. He was 63 years old at the time of the production, and this would have been a completely different experience.
He would have been amazing.
Yes, the man was a true performer and a historic legend, and anything is possible. If you want to be the best, baby, you've got to work harder than anybody else.
Number 8. The name came from the cosmos.
No matter what this movie wants you to believe, Beetlejuice is not named after a bug and drink combination. Sorry to break it to you folks. He is instead named after a red supergiant star in the Orion constellation. This is considered the 10th brightest star in our solar system and is approximately 640 times the size of our sun.
It is over 8 million years old, and it takes more than 36 years to complete one rotation.
Here's a creepy fact of why this name makes perfect sense for this character. Ancient Egyptians included Beetlejuice in their constellation Osiris, which is named after their god of the underworld.
Spooky.
Spooky, indeed.
Number 7. A happier ending was needed.
This poltergeist didn't even appear in the movie until the 45-minute mark, but they rewrote the entire ending anyways, just to show off his devilish charisma. With only 17.5 minutes of screen time, audiences connected so much with this character that they rewrote the entire ending of the movie. Smart move, as I love that scene with the witch doctor and the magician's assistant. Originally, this film was supposed to end with Beetlejuice being stuck in the Maitland's model town plagued by sandworms. But as Mr. Mom once said, nice fucking model.
You are so classy. Number 6. Michael Keaton kills the improv.
I can only assume that Mr. Keaton attacks each role with the ferocity of a grizzly bear.
That sounds accurate.
And from the stories we've been told, he was a ferocious beast on the set of this feature. He was ad-libbing from the hip, he was assisting with character development, and he was truly digging the work he was signed up for. Tim Burton encouraged improving lines while filming, and Michael ran with it in devilishly entertaining ways. Most of his more famous quotable lines were completely off-the-cuff moments. We'll save that guy for later.
That's disgusting. Number 5. The video game.
Yeah, there was a video game made of this movie, and it was not good. There was a DOS and Game Boy game made, and yes, those were crap, but they were nothing compared to the shit fest that was the 1991 LJN creation.
If it's LJN, then it's probably a turd.
A turd is too pleasant of a word in my opinion. This is a 40-minute long waste of time stomping stupid Beatles for juice and exploring a world and story that have little to nothing to do with the movie itself. So much fucking stomping. If you played this game as a kid and couldn't beat it, don't worry, I'll save you the trouble. It ends very unceremoniously, just like a toilet flushing in the fucking dark.
Was it really that bad?
Yes, it was. It was LJN.
Number 4, the musical.
I love musicals, and I love Beetlejuice, but I did not love the Beetlejuice musical. The aesthetics were there, but the story was lacking. This opened to grave reviews in April of 2019 and was shortly shut down due to the real-life horror movie that we all now know as the year 2020. This starred Alex Brightman, who had previously worked on the School of Rock musical, and I just couldn't get on board with his style of singing.
He sounded like he was trying to be Jack Black too much.
And that might have worked for the School of Rock musical, but that did not translate to this story. Let me put it into perspective. In a year when there were very little Broadway selections to choose from, this musical was nominated for 8 Tonys and couldn't bring home 1.
Hadestown took all those wins.
And it deserved it, because Hadestown was a very haunting show.
Number 3, the cartoon.
So I hated the Beetlejuice video game, and I hated the Beetlejuice musical, but I loved the Beetlejuice cartoon. Oh yeah. This show started in 1989 and ran for 4 seasons. Being geared more towards children, the series mostly had the ghost with the mostly roasting other ghosts, as the Maitlands were mostly toast. I'm kind of surprised it did as well as it did, because none of the original cast or crew did any of the voices for the show.
My favorite part of this series is Doomy, the car.
Oh hell yeah! Be sure to check out Season 2, Episode 1, Dragster of Doom, to see where it all started. Rob Zombie's Dragula ain't got shit on this reanimated zombie car. Doomy to the rescue!
Number 2, it won an Oscar.
In the year 1989, the Academy Awards presented the award for Best Makeup in a Production to Beetlejuice. V. Neal, Steve Laporte, and Robert Short are the makeup artists that brought this world of the dead to life. Yes, there were lots of fun characters and creations that went into this production, but only one was lean, mean, and oh so green on screen. The moss, the mold, the grime. Michael Keaton wanted to make this makeup look like his character had been living underneath a rock, and they accomplished just that.
The makeup team actually spent less time with Mr. Keaton than they did with the rest of the cast.
And if you are a horror movie fan, you most definitely have been exposed to V. Neal's work. She is makeup monster fucking royalty.
Honorable mentions, Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights.
Many moons ago, if you would have gone to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios, you could have had an opportunity to see Beetlejuice's Graveyard Review show. I grew up in central southern northern Florida, and this show was a staple of my early to late childhood. This was a live musical show that was dedicated to current pop culture and horror of the time.
They also had a Bill and Ted show that was very similar.
I guess, but if you never got the opportunity to witness this spectacle, then you truly missed out on something amazing. Sorry, everyone.
Number 1, Beetlejuice is a demon.
Based on my research, you do not summon ghosts, you summon demons, and a demon is what this trickster is. In the original script, he was supposed to be a murderous Middle Eastern man with giant demonic wings. He also wanted to slaughter the Dietzes, not just scare them, and he was originally supposed to mutilate corpses and even possibly kill a child.
Poor Lydia Dietz.
That's not even the worst part of it. To show how truly terrifying old BJ could have been, Lydia Dietz wasn't just supposed to be married. She was supposed to have been defiled by him and burned to death in a house fire in the movie's final reel.
That sounds truly brutal.
Like I said, he was meant to be a demon. They probably should have called Ash Williams.
The top 10 facts about Beetlejuice to rot your brains.
Well, I hope you all dug this week's list, and I hope that the sequel coming out this fall isn't a waste of our time. I mean, it can't be, right? It's got Moira fucking Rose in it. Let me know in the comments below if there's any facts about this movie that you'd like to share with me. Or you can always reach out to us at thingstoRotYourBrains@gmail.com. Remember, that's brains with a Z.
Please be sure to like and subscribe to join us for more explorations of insanity.
And because she said the word insanity, that's our time for this week. As always, I'm Dr. Redfield and this is Ripley, reminding you to play and slay and play until dead. So Ripley, do you want to try an experiment?
What do you have in mind?
I've got a mirror over here. Why don't you say Beetlejuice 3 times and I'll say Candyman 5 times and let's see what happens.
I love it. It sounds like a farewell to flesh. Let's do it on 3.
1, 2, 3.